There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. Did you see what I did there? I did the first line fingerpicked and the second line strummed. And in this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to combine fingerpicking and strumming in the same song. It's a really great way to vary a song, especially one as long as House of the Rising Sun. I'll also demonstrate how this works on The Gambler. Both of those are pretty long songs, and you can fingerpick the whole song if you want. But if you want to vary it a little bit, it might be nice to fingerpick maybe the first couple of verses and then strum the rest of it, or maybe only fingerpick the verses and then strum the choruses. It's really up to you how you arrange these wonderful songs. And I will show you far away, and then I'll show you a few close-ups too. All right, so I'm not teaching the songs necessarily. If you want lessons for these two songs, I'll have links underneath this video. So I'm going to fingerpick the first part of House of the Rising Sun, just like I did in the intro. And then I'm going to switch to strumming. The easiest way to do this is to strum with your fingers if you're fingerpicking with your fingers. So the next line would be... So let me show that to you again. This time I'll add the vocals. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. If you want to know more about fingerpicking, I do have lessons about that, and look for the links underneath this video. And when I'm switching to strumming, I'm strumming with my fingers. Now, a lot of you may use a pick, and that's cool too, and I'm going to show you that technique in just a minute. But if you want to strum with your fingers, that's okay too. And that way, the volume and the quality of the sound will match the finger picking. So to strum with your fingers, you want to strum down with your thumb and up with your index finger. And I'll show you a close-up in just a minute. So it would be like this. Thumb, down, 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 up. That upstroke is with the finger. And then C, D, F. Here's how you strum with your bare fingers. I'm on an A minor chord. I'm strumming down with my thumb and up with my index finger. So if I was going to do that strum in 3/4 time, it would be down, 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 up, down, down, down. Now try that with me. Another thing that you can do is that you can have a finger pick handy, and I've got one sitting right here on my music stand. There'll be a little bit of a break in the tempo when you play it this way, but I don't think your audiences will care. Or maybe you won't care if you're just playing for yourself. So I'll show you how that works. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. Now the thing about that is the quality sounds a little different. However, if you're doing a whole verse that's finger picked with your bare fingers, and then the next whole verse is with your pick, that's going to work because that contrast won't be quite as apparent. You can also do the whole thing with your pick. Now, a lot of you are used to finger picking with your bare fingers, or maybe using finger picks with your fingers, and that's great. But arpeggios can also be played with a flat pick. And I'm going to demonstrate with a far away version here, and then I'll give you a close-up in just a minute. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. So here's how you do that arpeggio close-up. Here's how you do arpeggios with a pick. Now mind you, finger picking is also called arpeggios. So I'm on an A minor. The bass note for an A minor is the 5th string. So I'm taking the pick here and I'm plucking down on the bass note, then the 3rd string, 2nd string, and then I'm going to stroke up for the second part of that strum. So it's going to look like this. 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Try that with me. Speed it up a little. House of the Rising Sun is in 3/4 time. I want to show you how this technique works in a song with 4/4 time, the Gambler. This is another song that's pretty long, so it's nice to finger pick part of it and maybe strum the other part of it. So I'm going to finger pick the first line and then I'll switch to a strum for the second line. Now keep in mind, because the time is different, it's going to be a different picking pattern and a different strum than what we did for the first song. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep. So see how that works? It's just a different strum pattern and picking pattern. And again, if I used a pick, it would be this. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep. So again, when you're finger picking and strumming, you probably want to do a whole chunk of the song before you switch to another technique. Maybe do a couple of verses finger picked and then the chorus strummed, and that will bring the chorus out. And don't feel like you have to stay with the strum. You can go back to finger picking, and that adds a lot of interest to the song and makes it a lot more fun to play. Have you subscribed yet? Be sure you hit that red button in the corner and hit the notification bell because you don't want to miss any of my lessons. I have over 400 lessons here at YouTube for beginning and intermediate guitar players. I also teach mandolin and ukulele. Please support me. Buy me a coffee. It's only $3. You can also support me via Patreon, and for as little as $5 a month, you can get some really cool perks like exclusive Zoom lessons from me. You can find out more about my original music. I'm also a songwriter at jamieanderson.com. Thanks, everybody.